Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a 50-point game of my Rhyas against MacBain. So the mission we got is that guidance one, the one where you're trying to move the objective over to the zone, and also try and destroy the enemy's objective. And for this game here, I decided to really just try out some new stuff I have. So going back to Rhyas, which I haven't done in a while, I got the Proteus in this list. I got the Scythian. That should really give me some really great options. I got the Raic. I got the Shredder, 3 Raptors, and Nissa Rival. For the first time, I'm using some grotesques, so there's 6 of them up there. I got 5 of the War Spears. And then finally my Hex Hunters. And I just want to say, sorry for the blinding white and silver. Obviously, there's a little bit less painting done on some of these newer things, but I'll get to them eventually, so sorry for now. And on the other side, like I said, is MacBain. So here's my opponent's side, and he has 2 proxies, but I'll let you know about those. So there's MacBain, who's running a Mangler, a Nomad, and Silas. Silas is actually the Kyazi that's there. There's also Mac Horn and the Devil Dogs, who are running the Mule. He has his Halberdiers, his Heavy Cav. Now, the one that looks like Stannis is actually going to be Alexia. He has Gorman in there, Rutger Shaw that's running a Vanguard, and also Terran de la Rose, or Rovosi or whatever. So, looking at this, I made a prey target of his Halberdiers. I'm planning to get in there, shoot them up, shoot up his Cav, hopefully pick up some solos. And really, the big thing I want to do then is between the Proteus and the Scythian, just try and work some long range kills off. I'm also looking forward to going up with the Rake and trying this whole flying headbutt thing for the first time. And then if nothing else, I got my good old Hex Hunters that can hopefully shoot some things up and then maybe do some pain with those War Spears as well. But, I'm just going to see how this goes down. Turn 1 then, he's really just moving up as what you'd expect, but he's also trying to switch sides. He's trying to get his Halberdiers to be on the right side, and he's trying to get his Devil Dogs to be on the left along with the Mule, and that's pretty much it. He also has Failsafe right now on the Nomad. My turn 1, and I started off noticing some problems. First of all, I wanted to be able to put the Oculation on the Raptors, but I didn't really place them close enough, so I just put Oculation up on the War Spears just because I had to use my focus for something, and otherwise it's kind of moving up. Now, I'm not really liking another thing, and that's the fact that my control range for Rhyas is so short. So whereas I need my Scythian on the right for where these big jacks are, I have my Proteus on the left that's supposed to be taking on his little, what do you call that thing? The Vanguard. And so the problem with that is that I'm really stretched out for as far as my 10 inches go. And of course the other stupid thing I did here too is I mismanaged my Fury, and I couldn't run up the Proteus without risking some frenzy. So a little bit of stupidity on this first turn for me. His turn 2, this is where I'm starting to already feel his pain. His solos are coming up on the left, and they're starting to shoot up my Raptors. I already lost one, and one's down to 1 hit point, so that's horrible. They're going down really quick. And otherwise, you can see his Halberdiers are over there and right in the way of pretty much everything. Now, my turn had a little bit of a mix of good and bad. On the left side, I go and I try and do some shooting with my Raptors and with Anissa, and yeah, really was a big time fail. I wasn't able to kill any of the solos over there. Anissa shot 1 Halberdier and then snap fired over for a miss, but yeah, that sucked. Then the Proteus went and pulled in the Vanguard, and even after spending all 5 Fury trying to smash it, I barely did anything. It was really sad. I just could not hit. So that was horrible. Again, I'm really trying to stretch out with Rhyas here, and because of that, needing to control my beasts who are pretty spread out, I couldn't really move over my objective really far, my Gaiden. So whereas MacBain was able to pull it over pretty much the full amount, I couldn't really do it at all. So this is really a drawback objective-wise. The big stars of this turn, though, were definitely my grotesques. I got up there, and thanks to Rhyas' feat, the Halberdiers are just torn apart. I have the one Rhyas, which now has the rapport on it and tenacity, that jumped over there and killed one more, so there's only the one left. And then on the far right, I have my Hex Hunters that went up and zapped up his one Mangler there. But, I did some damage, but not really enough. I think his little stabby army I destroyed, but that's it. So, otherwise, I just have my War Spears just trying to get in the way, and the Scythian just ready to try and counter. His turn 3, I actually get to see what this neat new little solo, this Alexia, can do, and she uses this one soul token to make this little kind of like Bane warrior guy. And yeah, his turn 3 really hurt. So on the left side, his solos came up, cleaned up the rest of my raptors. That little Bane thing attacked Anissa, Rhyas, and killed her in one hit. So this has got to be my worst game for my raptors and Anissa ever. Meanwhile, he's just hacking away at the Proteus. His Cav charged in, killed one of the War Spears. He really cleaned up a lot of my grotesques with his Devil Dogs and with his other guys there. And the only thing I really like here is that even though with the Mangler, which had this kind of fortune thing on him, killed a whole bunch of my Hex Hunters, is that, I don't know why, but he brought over MacBain over to the right side. So, if I'm trying to think of why he would have done it, I don't know if he was trying to get more damage onto the Hex Hunters, or if he was trying to avoid the majority of my heavy hitters on the left. But what that really meant to me is, first of all, he kind of gave up on the mission, and 2, I think I'm now in a great spot for a caster kill, because not only can I first go over and have my Rhyas go and headbutt him down, but then I should have a shooting gallery of Hex Hunters, and I'm also pretty sure that my Scythian can charge in too and finish him off. And that's what happens. So Rhyas needs to come over here so I can force and all those things, but otherwise the Rhyas does that, hops behind, does a headbutt, knocks him down, and actually the Hex Hunters were able to do it all by themselves. Just blast, 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 and boom, he was dead. So victory to my Rhyas here, and really in this game it was some good lessons learned. Like I said, it's the first time I ever used that Rhyas headbutt, and man, I can see why it's so popular. It was interesting using a list that had such a mix of different units, so I got to try different things out, but man, my Raptors and Anissa have never been so useless. I was not impressed with their Proteus whatsoever, even though it was more my dice failing me. And just really realizing that I can't be spreading out with my War Beast whenever I'm running Rhyas, because that 10-inch bubble just doesn't go very far. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.